last week we studied this one. Okay, here. Fungi, okay? Just to review last week, what did we study for last week? Fungi, characteristics. Okay, we mentioned that fungi, you know, it's a group of organisms on their own. Okay, it's a group of organisms on their own, and they have their own characteristics. Okay, they're not plants, although some people may think that they are plants, but they're not plants simply because they don't make their own food. Okay, they need air, food, and water. They obtain their food from dead organisms or matter by decomposition. All right, Harith. And what's so special about them is they reproduce by spores. Okay, they reproduce by spores, so not from spores. My bad, it's typo. They reproduce by spores. Okay, by spores, and they grow best in warm and moist environment. So, far, any questions, Harith?
No.
Okay, so this is the review, and then here we are. Over here. Okay, question 18. Okay, now this question, remember last week I showed you some pictures on mildew. You remember what's mildew? Sometimes you have bolsters, pillows, or even mattresses. Okay, sometimes you see people throw away all these objects at the void deck, or at the rubbish collecting point. Okay, rubbish collection point, and you realize that there are brown patches on these old mattresses, pillows, and bolsters, and this is actually a mildew is actually a form of fungi. Okay, it's a form of fungi, although they don't have that cap and all the stalk, okay, but it's actually a kind of fungi, okay. And let's look at this question, okay. Have you read the question, Harith?
Yes.
Okay, maybe you can read the question out loud to me, just to let me hear that you're doing the work. Okay, Judy kept her leather handbag in a dark and damp cupboard. But she took the question. Read the question out loud, Harith.
Judy kept her leather handbag in a dark and damp cupboard.
Okay.
And she took the bag out of the cupboard after 1 month. She saw mold growing on her back.
Okay, very good. Next.
Her brother told Judy to put her back in a brightly lit and sunny place so that mold will not grow on her handbag in the future.
Okay, good. Good. Okay, now read the next question.
What conditions will allow the mold to grow on the bag?
Okay, very good. Okay, so to tackle this question, Harith, I give you a clue. You have to review back to the characteristics of mold and fungi. So you see, what do they need to survive? Harith, look at the notes that you wrote last week.
They need air, food, and water.
Good. And where do they get their food from?
From dead organisms.
Good, dead organisms. And in this case here, the leather handbag, leather used to be animal skin. Harith, leather used to be animal skin. So would you like to try and answer before I show you the answer?
Stop fidgeting and just answer.
Harith, are you trying? Don't read
the answer.
Oh, he's writing the answer. Sorry, thanks. Thanks.
No, you can't see.
Yeah, because sometimes
no
online.
Response. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can also say out the answer,
Okay, you wrote the answer somewhere. Okay, what conditions allow mold to grow in a handbag? They need dark and damp conditions. Okay, that's a good try. Actually, mold grows in bright places, but what is more important? They need water. Am I right? Okay, dampness, which is moisture, is correct. And they also need warm environment to grow, right? Let me just show you. She took the bag out of the cupboard after 1 month. Okay, she saw mold growing on the bag. Okay, one way to look at it. Okay, another angle to look at this question. Okay, Hari, let me ask you a question. By putting the bag in a brightly lit and sunny place, what happens to the handbag? What happens to the water on the handbag? I think
It will dry up.
yes, you're actually drying up the water on the handbag. That's why this will stop mold from growing on it. Therefore, the conditions that allow mold to grow on the bag must be, definitely, you mentioned it, it needs water, and then I would say, is the part about darkness so important? Let's look at the answer. It needs water to grow, it needs air and warmth, okay? Darkness, not so important, Haris. Can you cancel the word darkness?
Okay.
Haris, the answer will be, conditions needed for mold to grow with water, air, and warmth. Haris, have you written down your answers?
Mm,
Okay, so don't write the word darkness, okay? No darkness, okay? Cancel the darkness part.
done.
Okay, very good. Next question, okay. Now, okay, very good. You were able to see that in bright sunlight, you're actually drying up the water. So now I need you to explain why is it that her brother's suggestion works? Now, why does it work? Haris, are you writing an answer?
Keep thinking.
Thinking, yeah? Okay, I'll give you a clue. Just now you say, when you put objects in the sun, you're actually drying up the object, okay? And think, what does mold need? Okay, what do mold need to grow? Just like you mentioned, water, warmth, and air. So sunny place removes which of these three conditions? That's the clue.
The water will dry up.
Yes, so without water, will the mold grow?
No.
Very good. Okay, so can you write down your answer in the chat so that I can check? Haris, you're typing the answers, right? Okay. Okay. The water will dry out. The water will dry. Okay, there's no water for mold to grow. Wait for the mold not to grow. Okay. You have the idea, but sentence structure wise, okay, can be improved. So let me show you this answer before you write down. Okay. Okay, this is not a good answer. Okay, this is not a good answer. Can you try? Okay, let me type out the answer for you in the chat and you copy the answer of mine in the chat, okay? Can you just type out your answer, okay? Here is the answer. Harry, look at the chat and write down the answer, all right?
Right.
Are you using laptop or are you using iPad? Just curious.
iPad.
Okay, but is the chat function, the words big enough, right?
Yes.
Okay, so important thing is, okay, the sun will dry out the bag, okay? So there's no moisture for the mold to grow. Okay? It is not correct to say that mold cannot grow in bright places. Mold grows anywhere where there's anywhere where there's water and warmth. Done writing, Haris?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Next question. Okay, now. See, a layer of wax. Okay. Okay, sometimes people polish all these leather goods, okay, leather items, okay, be it shoes or handbags or briefcases with a layer of wax. Okay, so how does this layer of wax prevent growth of mold? Okay, again, you must think. The way to think is that whatever action that you take, okay, on the item itself, it definitely either removes water, removes air, or removes warmth. Okay, therefore the mold won't grow. Okay, so this layer of wax, which one does it remove?
Mm,
You type out your answer before I show.